Is James Comey. The real James Comey story. Who is James Comey? Will the real James Comey please stand up? But even more so, will the real James Comey testify before Congress? Those questions should weigh heavily on every member of all congressional hearings, since former FBI Director James Comey apparently has a multiple personality issue regarding his entrances at just the right time, including many transmutations into high-level career positions, seemingly not possible, if not undoubtedly by the grace of the Clintons. The former President Barack Hussein Obama recently, one of the attorneys I network with, emailed an expose detailing the Swamp Rest era status of the former FBI Director Comey's tenure, which I think ought to be known by taxpayers, the fake news media, and other readers, so as to perhaps level the playing field, as they say. Inside story on James B. Comey, former FBI Director, the ultimate inside man, post at the Millennium Report on May 18, 2017 is nothing short of a detailed roadmap of Comey's deliberate activities of being a rainmaker, strategist, and elite fixer for the Clinton-Obama partnership and its alleged illegal and constitutional sideshows in government. The author of the report, Lisa Frank, has dropped a hammer not only on Comey but on allegations of a Clinton-Obama conspiracy of sorts, which must be investigated on a totally separate level about treason. For starters, in my opinion, investigating and Russian connection, especially with Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. Yep, that's a good one right there. Comey provided cover for the Clintons and their gaining incredible power and wealth after leaving office through paradoning a billionaire money launderer, arms deal, and criminal. Comey was a key piece in how the Clintons appeared. Their corruption game and gained incredible wealth through their foundation after leaving the White House. A huge part of the scheme was giving Mark Rich a free pass when he should have spent life in prison, and that is what Comey covered up for the Clintons. This set up Comey to be part of a corruption machine, making him powerful and wealthy. The obvious conclusion is that Comey was appointed to be the FBI, along with other reliable Clinton-Obama cronies, to run interference for the Clintons and Obamas at the nation's federal law enforcement agency, which is true, in conjunction with a corrupt Department of Justice. Comey was and is owned by the Clintons. He owed all of his power and wealth to being part of their machine and providing them with cover. No one in Congress or federal law enforcement was intending to actually pursue the Clintons, but Judicial Watch and other independent sources obtained information providing that Hillary had been running her own servers, sending out classified information, etc. This information began to come out right in the middle of her campaign to be coordinated as president. A show investigation had to be performed to appear to look into it and clear her. Who to use a reliable shill? James Comey. In late 2015 and early 2016, information began to come out about the Clinton Foundation and its use by the Clintons as multiple billion-dollar slush fund for corruption and political favor. Even Chelsea's wedding had been paid for by the charity. Shouldn't the Clinton Foundation be investigated? Yes, it should. Congress, this was right as Hillary was beginning her campaign for president. It was revealed that the foundation had never completed required reports or had an audit. Supposedly, the FBI under Comey began an investigation of the Clinton funds. A professional accounting firm was brought in by the Clintons to do a review, file some reports, make recommendations to the Clinton Foundation board, and provide a veneer of legitimacy to the Clinton Fund operation. Predictably, one of the partners in the firm that was chosen and paid lots of money is the brother of James Comey. Comey, FBI director, this brother owes James Comey $700,000 for a loan James gave him to buy a house. Oh God. And presumably some of the money from the Clinton fund was used to make payments to James on the loan over 2 years later, and nothing has happened as a result of the FBI investigation the Clinton funds under Comey. Originally, Comey's job was simply to totally botch the Hillary investigation and ruin the case against her and her minions with the FBI regarding the emails. At the same time, Comey also started work on a parallel assignment to illegally wiretap and surveil Donald Trump and every other person involved in the Republican campaign. He was tasked for digging up any dirt or fact that could be used to hurt the Trump campaign. Later, this included using fake dozer paid for by the Clintons campaign and obtain authorization for the surveillance and to try to associate Trump's campaign with the Russians under Comey's direction. The Trump/Republican campaign was monitored and surveilled, and all information was provided to the Obama White House and the Clinton camp all during the campaign.
Okay. Comey learns he has been learned. Comey learns he has been fired when the media broadcast it in California. He had no idea it was coming, and he is ticked. On cue, the Democrat politicians and media begun screaming about Trump's interference with the Russian investigation in accordance with the plan to set up Trump for that charge. The swamp wants to blow up the Russian narrative, using Comey to testify before Congress to try to hurt Trump by saying he was interfering with the FBI investigation. Comey intends to follow through with the plan to take Trump down. So, I guess if good old Comey testifies, he's going to try to take the Donald down. But because of his brilliant timing on this, Trump has Comey's files, documents, and information safely with Sessions at the DOJ. Trump sends out a crazy tweet that says James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press. Yeah, Lisa Frank has done a monumental job in outlining some key issues where federal agencies apparently have gone astray, legally and constitutionally, and allegedly work in a collusion with Comey to cover up, I can't say that word, malfinishes, whatever, in high government office, Secretary of State and President of the USA. Why are Congress and the lamestream media not investigating them individuals and concomitantly? That is the question for our times, or is it? Who will wind up dead next? Oh, Lord. Well, I don't have any idea, but I hope and pray that they come to a conclusion about this. It's getting old, and I think it's time for them to do something about this. This is getting old real quick, if y'all know what I mean. So, y'all have a good day. I hope you like this little documentary. I'm going to be posting it on stage. U.S. President selects of who did it and why. Oh boy, that's a good one too. Well, we're not going to get into that right now. So, I'm going to let it go, and I'll be talking to you all a little later on.